for our next session, we have invited 4 high school students who will talk about their experience in general education. And we have Guthrie Fleischman, our special ed SELPA director, who will facilitate. And so our students this morning are Haven and Averill from Hercules High, and Jarvis and Sean from El Cerrito High.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Janine. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much to our 4 students that are here. Before we get into our questions, I just want to see and give you each an opportunity to introduce yourselves and anything else, a little tidbit about yourself or about your school that you would like everyone to know. So let's start with Sean. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us anything you'd like us to know?
Yes, I would. Can you hear me right? Can you hear me right?
Perfect.
Yeah, okay. Hi, my name is Sean Loyson, he, him. I'm from El Cerrito High and I'm also a senior in the school as well. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Thank you, Sean. Averill, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Averill Stokes. I go to Hercules High. I'm in the 12th grade, and I'm also a part of this program called the Hidden Gems Project, and I'm in the process of designing my own headphones.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Haven, would you like to introduce yourself?
Go ahead. You're unmuted. Tell them your name. I'm Haven Foles. I go to Hercules High School. I'm a junior. That's good. That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Haven.
Guthrie, can you hear her? She don't have a voice like me. Can you hear her, friend?
Haven, if you could speak up just a little bit, it would help us all.
Say okay.
All right. And Jarvis, go ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm Jarvis. Oh wait, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Hey, I'm Jarvis Morgan, and my pronouns are he, him, and I go to El Cerrito, and I'm a senior. And I'm also playing water polo at this moment. And my passions are doing script writing and art. And it's nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Jarvis. So students, I hope you've had a chance to review some of the questions that we're going to talk about. Please share everything that you feel comfortable sharing and don't feel any obligation. If you don't feel comfortable or don't want to share on a particular topic, you can always pass. And I have a list of questions that I'll ask, and I'll give each of you the opportunity to answer that question. And again, to the extent that you feel comfortable, I just want to again say thank you all so much. We really appreciate you being here. So the first question is, could you please describe your friendships with peers at school and any personal or social goals that you may have? And let's start again with Sean. Why don't you go first, Sean?
All right. So for the first one, my friendship with my peers have been pretty great and healthy because me and my friends do go and hang out after school for a bit, and we do talk about things we enjoy, like anime, for example, and we do share some memes of that one of us see, and then we share it to each other, and sometimes we laugh, we just have different reactions depending on our knowledge and the joke and the topic itself. And that's about it for me.
Thank you. Ivor, can you share on that topic?
Yes, so some of my friends I go to school with has been my friends since I was in 4th and 5th grade. So the group of friends I have look out for each other, and we are we are in a group message, and we just be talking to each other most of the time. know about homework mostly.
Excellent. Haven, can you describe your friendships with your peers at school?
So
Loud.
my friendships, I'm in two groups. One of them is with kids that are the exact same age as me. The other one is with kids who are 1 year older and 1 year younger. With the kids who are the exact same age as me, I get along with most of them. It's just I feel really anxious, so I can't talk, except to my best friend. And I usually hang out with them at lunchtime. I usually just sit on myself by myself with my best friend who hangs out with the group, but then sometimes comes to me. But both the other group, I can talk a lot with, have fun, and just really enjoy it more because I don't feel as anxious there. I don't know why. It's just I feel more anxious with people my age than people not my age.
Thank you for sharing. And Jarvis, how about for you?
Well, for me, my friendships are okay, but I wouldn't say they're that great. I mean, the only friends I hang out the most are Sean, Vince, Caleb, and some other students in Miss Palmer's class. But there are all these other people who are my friends, but I'm not good at remembering their names or exactly who they are, and that's kind of a problem I'm having. But I would say it's pretty okay. But I don't really hang out with many people my age that often. And yep, that's basically.
Awesome. Thank you. And I want to circle back to the second part of the first question is just, can you talk about any personal or social goals that you have at school or with your peers? And let's go in the reverse order this time. So Jarvis, can you talk about any goals that you have either personally or socially at school?
Well, my personal goal is to become a great script writer and eventually get a job in script writing and making shows and acting. And a goal I have at school is to get good grades and be the best student I can be so I have a good chance at succeeding in college.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Haven, how about for you? What personal or social goals do you have?
My pers sorry.
Everyone.
My personal goals depend on really, but the main ones I have are I want to when I get to college, I want to work on like a little bit of my own little comic book. Feel a bit more um well, feel more what was it?
Social and comfortable.
Like social, comfortable, and mostly just comfortable and to just be myself. I can be myself, I just sometimes close up on it. And then social goals are mostly just to be able to talk more to kids my age and to the kids I really like think are really cool, just to like get out of my own head and just go out there and just talk to them.
Definitely. Thank you. How about for you, April?
So it's just only one, but one of my goals is to be more social because me, I am a quiet person. I don't even like. Well, I mean, well, I'll talk to my friends, but like meeting new people, that's something I just need to work on. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Absolutely. Thank you. And how about you, Sean?
Um, so my personal goal is just to like I have this like deep anger problem and I'm trying to like fix it. You know, it's a hard process, but I'm working on it. Did make some development as well. Um, and there's like a goal for like me and my friends. While I mainly do like the voice acting for Ahmad. Um, even though I really haven't done like progress on it, but still. Um, I work on that with one of my friends who is also like the co-leader of the like the mod of the rhythm game Funkin. And yeah, that's just basically it.
Thank you, Sean. And again, thank you all four of you. That's, that takes a lot of courage to share that type of personal information and personal goals. And I'm really proud of you all and you guys are doing a great job. So we got some more questions, but I want you to know that you're doing wonderfully. Um, let's go back in the other direction. Sean, you'll be first. What do you enjoy about school? And is there anything that you feel like you need to work on at school?
Um, what I enjoy most about school is not only that I get to see my friends every day, but I also love seeing the teachers I like and enjoy being around, like Miss Palmer, who is my all skills teacher, for example, and Mr. Granada, my government teacher. Um, what I need to work on is to like focus more, like have my full attention on classes because I do get bored and distracted by something, then I like zone out eventually, and I do it, which is pretty embarrassing. But I also want to be more advanced and more involved and engaged with the classes that and I'm in and the topics that are given to us when the teacher teaches us those things.
Right. Thank you so much. April, what do you enjoy most about school and what do you want to work on?
So I enjoy coming to school to hang and to talk to my friends, and I enjoy school rallies. One thing I need to work on is not being so hard on myself.
Good. How about you, Haven?
Um, what I really enjoy about school is the um just hanging out with my friends most of the time. I really enjoy going to my clubs. And what I really struggle with is just being in my own head a little bit, and then also homework. It's hard.
Understandable. And how about for you, Jarvis?
Well, I enjoy my all skills class with Miss Palmer. It's very fun, and I enjoy hanging out with other people my age. But something I think I really need to improve on is is my social skills. I don't really like socializing that much with those kids, and I also need to improve on my attention, keeping my attention on my goal and whatever the teacher's saying.
Thank you. And we're going to move on to the next question. What challenges do you face oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a question. Let me pause and take it back. What does it mean to you to be involved in school activities, and which ones do you look forward to the most? Let's start with Jarvis this time.
Okay, what school activities I'm interested in?
Yeah, which ones are you interested in? And then also just what does it mean to you to be involved or included in broader school activities?
Okay, well, I'm interested in the classes that teach me how to act and how to do script writing. They really interest me because it helps me improve on my goal, and I get to have fun with other students who are interested in the school.
Awesome. Thank you.
Is there anything else you need?
No, that's perfect. Thank you so much. How about for you,
Okay.
Haven? What does it mean for you to be involved in school activities, and are there specific ones you really enjoy and look forward to?
Um, so for me, I involve myself a lot in the school. I'm in the rallies. I participate in drumline, drama, and a lot of different clubs. I really enjoy just, even though I'm like, don't like, I'm closed off sometimes, I really enjoy being in the spotlight a lot. Anything else? But I really just in the school activities I look forward to the most has to be drumline or drama.
Thank you. April, how about for you?
So being in school activities, what it means for me is being part of something positive, and school activities bring people together who have a common interest. And the one thing I'm looking forward to is the Black Student Union Club meetings.
Fantastic. Thank you. And how about for you, Sean?
So for school activities, depends on what they are. Like Avril said, like it's like shares like my own like common interests. If like this like for example, if it's like sports related, I wouldn't be interested in because I'm not a big fan of sports. Um, I can't really like think of like anyone's in particular, but again, like April said, as long as it's like positive, as like it's like it's positive, then it would be like it will be um I will be interested in it, and yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Um, this one, again, we're gonna kind of step up the types of questions. And so what you're comfortable with sharing, please share. And what you're not comfortable, that's perfectly fine. And you have a right to pass. I want to ask you about challenges and what challenges do you face at school? And what are the accommodations that have been most effective in helping you face those challenges? We all face challenges and sometimes accommodations are necessary. So what has been helpful for you? So let's start with you, Sean.
Um, so the challenges that I face at school, I've mentioned it before with my anger problem and me zoning out and everything. Um, my accommodations have been the most helpful for me, especially with self-regulation and time management, because I feel like those are the key support factors that have helped me throughout my high school life, you know. And yeah, that's about it.
What does that look like? How do you get those accommodations at school? Who helps you with that, or what type of help are you getting?
My old skills teacher, Miss Palmer, she shows me like what my accommodations were, and she helps me, and she like helps me whenever I need it, and supports me as well with it as well, or with them. Sorry.
Awesome, thank you. Miss Palmer sounds like she's doing some amazing work for you all.
Yeah, she is. For me and Jarvis.
Definitely. Avril, how about for you? What challenges do you face and what are the accommodations that you have at school that help you with those challenges?
So the challenges I have faced at school is where teachers is not reading my IEP and know what my accommodations are. And my most effective accommodation is more time uh, on an assignment and a test, so that way I don't feel rushed.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Haven, how about for you? What are some of the challenges that you faced?
Some of the challenges I really face are homework, my sensory issues, and then mostly social issues. To help with the homework, what I usually do is I ask for extensions a lot, and then I have one. And also, I go after class, I ask the teachers, like, hey, could you explain it one more time? Or I just keep, with my English teacher, I have to do this a lot. I have to go after class and ask her a lot of times, like, what are we doing and what's the homework so I can do it when I get home. Sensory issues, I can't take it when people sniff, sometimes chew, and just like the clinking of plates at school. What usually happens is the sniffing gets a lot because it's allergy season, I believe.
Mhm.
And when the sniffing happens to the point where I have a breakdown, I have to keep my headphones on, have music playing so I can just block out all the noise. It does block out some of the classwork, but I usually just look at the board and try my best to read it. And socially, I just try to be social, but I just close up most of the time.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you. And how about for you, Jarvis?
Well, for me, my challenges at school have been, well, writing some of the time. I have a disability that makes it hard to sometimes write and sometimes to speak. But thanks to Miss Palmer, I've been able to really improve. My memory skills have improved, and so have my social skills. And I think if Miss Palmer wasn't in my life, I wouldn't be the man I am today. So thanks, Miss Palmer. And yeah, so my skills have been improving. And I'm thinking I'm having less problems nowadays thanks to my accommodations. Miss Palmer was able to talk with the school to allow me to use my tablet as a means to make sure my spelling is correct. And in events where I have to use a notebook, Miss Palmer also asked teachers to allow me to write on my tablet, and that has greatly helped me a lot. So yeah, thanks, Miss Palmer.
That's fantastic. I got to take a pause to just say I'm hearing so much self-advocacy and self-awareness from all four of you right now. It really it makes me very encouraged to know that you all are building up those skills, and I'm hopeful for students across our district. The next question, and it's similar, so some maybe some similar answers, but beyond accommodations, what are the supports? What are the supports that have been most beneficial to you in your time at school? So it doesn't necessarily have to be an academic accommodation, but just what are the supports that are in place that you've benefited from? And let's start with you, Jarvis.
Okay, well, the supports that really helped me have been while using my tablet for my spelling and correction, and also taking videos and recording for notes when I have a hard time remembering them, and also getting the permission to leave the class if I'm ever feeling, angry or depressed about something. And I think those accommodations have really, really helped me. So, and I thank that all to Miss Palmer and my parents. So, yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Haven, how about for you? What are the supports that have been beneficial to you?
My mom and dad for letting me text them anytime something's wrong so they can try to help me get out of my head. My not therapist, the woman I talked to.
You're shrinking as a therapist.
My issues.
Yeah.
The therapist I talk to at school who helps me also get out of my own head when I start like overthinking or just like think too much. My tutorial teachers, this year and the last 2 years, they've been really helping me with my understanding of how to read, write, math homework, or my grandfather for the math homework. He really helps me with that. And mostly just also my headphones and phones because they block out the sound that really just makes me anxious, sad, and just feel a bunch of emotions at once.
You finished?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. And Averill, how about for you? What have been the best supports for you?
So it was when I joined the Hidden Gems Project. I mentioned earlier. They train and mentor Black male youth in technology creation, entrepreneurship, and leadership skills. So they've been helping me with my coding and my leadership and my entrepreneur and with the whole business stuff. And they had helped me um um to make my own business. Like I said, I designed it. Like I said before, I designed the headphones for autistic people and for people with mental health problems.
Amazing. And Sean, how about for you?
I feel like the best supports that I could like think of are like emotional and moral support from my friends, family, and teachers alike, and also like other like adults that I know. And yeah, my accommodations have also been like one of the best supports for me because it has, like I said, it has helped my high school life. And I honest and like how do I say this? When I'm like I feel like I do have enough support at my school because um I feel like that sometimes I can be like overstimulated and also like um a bit challenged for like all types of things at school. And I feel like I've gotten enough support in um the school, and I hope it doesn't come to a short end.
Thank you. All right, so we're at our last question here, and so each student will have an opportunity to respond to this, and to finish up our student panel. This is a meeting of mostly parents and caregivers. So the last thing I just want to ask you all is, what advice do you have for parents and caregivers in supporting their children that have IEPs through school, especially from the four of you, since you are all juniors and seniors in high school. I'm sure you have a great deal of insight on this. So what advice would you have for parents and caregivers in supporting their students through the K-12 system? And Sean, you can go first.
You want me to give advice to the students?
What advice do you have for parents, actually? What would you say to parents who are maybe new to the IEP process, or new to supporting their child through
I feel like when it comes to advice to parents, I don't want it to like be on the wrong end, because some parents can judge very easily. But like if I can think of like the best advice is to like always like try your best to support the students, while also not having the expectations too high, because it would bring the student um it would make the student more stressed and a bit more miserable. Um and also like it's to also share like more concerns of what the student wants to be, because life could happen, and it doesn't matter like what job you get or anything, it's something bad would happen eventually. I mean, unless if it's like you know what I mean. um uh like, and also like to have good faith in their kids, so then like they can feel more proud of themselves, and they feel like that they have enough like more supports, so then they can have enough to keep going in their adventure in high school, and even college as well.
Thank you. Avril, what advice do you have for parents?
Um, is it okay if you can come back to me?
Absolutely, no problem at all. Haven, are you ready?
To be mostly just patient, because it might take kids a bit longer to hit this is what my mom says a lot, like it takes me a bit longer to hit the goal, but always like they can hit the goal. So the parents just need to be patient.
Doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, as
You get there,
yeah, as long as you get there.
as long as you get there.
Mhm.
And that's just amazing. Just be patient with your children, because they're still going to get to where they need to succeed. You just need to be able to hold their hand while they walk along the road of life. And once they tell you that they believe they are ready to let go, you let your hand go, but always keep like just not a close eye like a helicopter parent, but like just a eye of reassurance until you realize, okay, I can finally let them go and just wait for them to call me when they need me, because I have done my part and know that they're going to be okay in life, and they can do the rest they can do like everything on their own. Oh, that's very good.
That's incredible advice, Haven. Thank you. How about you, Jarvis?
Okay, well, my advice to parents teaching their kids is that they support their children in their goals, and they try to be respectful of their goals and try not to, give them their own goals in mind. Another thing I recommend parents should do is make sure their kids are safe, and make sure they give them moral support in whatever they want to do. Like, say if this kid wants to play water polo, you should support him in that. You should support your kids in anything they want to do. But if it's something dangerous, like say smoking, or could be something violent, you should maybe try to not support them in that. Try to support them in stuff that is safe and friendly for them at this age. And make sure that they're protected from themselves. and to also make sure they can socialize with others and hang out with people their own age. That's my advice for parents. And to always be kind and support them, and to make sure you're always forgiving even when they make simple or big mistakes. That's my advice.
Thank you so much, Jarvis. And Avro, are you ready?
Yes. So two advices I would give to parents is to be patient and to know that everyone does things differently and process thing. I'm sorry. Know that everyone does things differently and process things differently as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you all again so very much. Folks that are here, that are observing, that are listening, that are watching. Also, I love seeing the young people supporting one another in the chat and verbally. It's self-advocacy and group advocacy is wonderful to see. Folks on the call, we're not going to subject the students to a Q&A session, but by all means, please feel free to use the chat to throw some praise in there for these young people who took their Saturday morning to share with us and to really enlighten us with their perspectives and their experiences. I am so incredibly impressed by the four of you and so very much appreciative of everything that you guys shared with us today. Simply brilliant, as I just saw in the chat. Absolutely agree. Students, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We got a couple of minutes here. We're going to transition over to our keynote speaker for the day. It is 11:57 and we're going to start on time at 12 o'clock. So if you need 3 minutes, take those 3 minutes, and at 12, we will start with our keynote speaker. Students, make sure you take a look at that chat. There's some cool stuff being said in there. Great job. Congratulations.